Louisiana Beer Review Special Edition Springbock. St. Arnold Springbock from Texas. It's been 7 years since I've done a video review for this beer. 6.9% alcohol, 24 international bitterness units sold from February to March and introduced in 1998. They use 5 different malt varieties, including a Belgian malt and a 2-row pale malt. The hops are Saaz and Hallertau. Beer Advocate says it's good, 73. They saying that's a good score. Rate Beer say no, it's bad. It's a 46 out of 100, but in the style a 76. And in Untapped 71 out of 100. Okay. I don't even remember what I scored it that long ago. I didn't bother checking. I think I remember liking it. I'll put a check in on Untapped. It was $1.79 for the single. Be cheaper, I think, if I buy the 6-pack, but I was going to check out the single. Okay. Thick. I guess that's a beige head, really, and it's deep amber. Clear, deep amber, very bubbly in this etched glass, which I did also get in Texas. All right. Yikes. Don't want to mess up the old red, white, and blue. It's bready. Put my nose right in it. Bready, kind of semi-sweet malt. These kind of beers, these Bock beers have a syrupy character, I guess. The Shiner Bock is such a low alcohol beer, I don't really consider that a Bock. It's dark, unusually dark, would almost make you think they add coloring to it. Caramel coloring, I would believe that. I don't have any definitive evidence, it just seems like that. This one, I don't think. It's just the toasted malts, okay. Sweet brown bread crust. I've talked about this in the past. People that grew up in the 1970s probably remember Roman meal bread. And this has that Roman meal bread thing going on with it. Nice lacing. There's no corn or rice adjunct, okay? Toasted malt, sweetness, low to moderate bitterness, just to balance out the sweetness. 24 IBUs is not high. Now, and especially when you got this high ABV, it's going to bring that perceived bitterness down, I think. When I drank the Corona Familiar, 19 IBUs. It's a lot more bitter in a practical sense than this. I was thinking about that the last few Corona Familiars I had. I said, this thing is so really intensely bitter relative to other North American adjunct style beers, lagers. I was so impressed by it. But then it's only 4.8. It's not super sweet on that malt side of it. So the bitterness really stands out. With this, it's a lot less bitter seeming than the Familiar, which is made in a neighboring Mexican state to Texas. Very bread crusty, very bread crusty. Medium mouthfeel and a crisp finish. Oh, if you go to Volksfest, or go to one of those spring German festivals in Texas Hill Country, or in New Orleans at Deutsches Haus or some other German club, you might see this. More than likely you won't, because they're sponsored usually by German beer companies like Spaten and Warsteiner. But this would fit. Or Kostritzer, you'll see over at the Volksfest at Deutsches Haus. I don't recall what I gave it. like I said, but I'm loving it. I would highly recommend it. And I'm going to say it's an 8, a 93 out of 100 in A. Beer getting into the A. And for the price, it's a real winner. So, Les Allées Bon Temps Relais in A beer. And I would like to go on a Shiner Brewery tour one day, I do believe. And I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to southeastern Louisiana.